My name is Rachel Wilson, and I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself today. To begin with, up here in the right-hand corner of your screen, you'll see my family. My husband is Matt. He's also an educator. I have 3 children, Madeline, Harrison, and Charlotte. Madeline is in the 8th grade, Harrison is in the 5th grade, and Charlotte is in the 2nd grade. And that's one of the reasons that I have chosen to teach middle school is I've really enjoyed my kids that are middle school age. It's such a fun age. It's such a fun age where they're really just developing into who they're going to become. And that's one of the biggest reasons that I've chosen middle school as my area to specialize in. I've put on there that I am wife to Matt, mom to 3, an official Wilson family chauffeur, because that seems like most of what I do these days is drive children to all their various activities. I am a student, a grad student for the first time. Last year was my first year in many years, and that's been a very big change. I went to Harding University to get my undergrad degree, which is in accounting, but also in French. And then now I'm going back to try to teach math and ELA. I'm a big bookworm. I love to read if I have free time and I'm not chauffeuring kids around. One of my favorite things to do is just to curl up with a good book. So one of the things, even though I'm teaching math this year, that I'm trying to do is really encourage my children to read. The school district that I'm a part of right now is doing a very big reading initiative. And so that's just something that comes naturally and very easy for me to encourage my kids to read. I'm from Little Rock, so I'm a native Arkansan, and we currently live in the Fayetteville area. We moved up here about 9 years ago for my husband to get a terminal degree at the University of Arkansas. And so his love for education just kind of spilled over into me, and I'm excited to get to teach this year for the first time. I am currently teaching 6th grade math at J.O. Kelly Middle School, which is part of the Springdale School District. My school is a 6th and 7th grade building. It is block schedule, which is super exciting because I have almost 90 minutes a day with 3 different blocks to teach math. And I am teaching inclusion math, 2 of the 3 blocks, which is definitely a challenge as a first-year teacher just to meet that very wide variety of needs. But I love my kids. I have great kids. I'm really excited. The more I get to know them, the more excited I am. Springdale is a very big district. It's actually the 2nd largest in the state. So I have a lot of resources that I'm definitely taking advantage of within my school and within my district. So my goal this year is pretty much just to survive. I have a great math team. I have a fantastic instructional facilitator who has just been a gem already to me to help me out and answer so many questions. Springdale has a Race to the Top grant that has allowed them to have teachers on special assignment. They're called TOSAs, and they have spent an immense amount of time writing curriculum. So their curriculum is fantastic. I know I'm very lucky as a first-year teacher to have that laid out for me, and I just have to kind of tweak it and figure out how I want to use it every day, but the resources are certainly there. So I know how I'm very thankful for that. And then I'm planning to continue to teach math to middle schoolers, and I just really want to get better every year. I'm excited to see just this year how much I change and improve, I hope. Certainly am asking a lot of questions in my school. I'm asking a lot of questions to my instructional facilitator. We have an interventionist that comes in 1 day a week with me, and he's great. And just asking so many questions, asking for feedback, observing other people to try to figure out how I can just become the best teacher. I did pass my ELA practice this summer, so that's certainly an option that I may decide to pursue in the future to switch from math to ELA. I feel like that gives me a couple of really good options. So right now my goal is to make it through this first year because it's a lot. So my biggest expectations of the MAT program, I did take 1 class last fall and last spring and then a full load this summer. So I'm not completely new to the program. And the tools that you provide in the MAT program have been fantastic. I certainly felt going into teaching for the first time like I had a lot of good resources already, and I'm just excited to continue with that this year. And I have seen a lot of different teaching techniques, especially in my classes this summer, that I've been able to already start to implement in my classroom. And then just the continued effective instruction that's challenging. It certainly is challenging, but juggling grad school and being a first year teacher is it's a lot to juggle. And so I think your program is great at understanding those challenges of teachers and making adjustments when needed. So I think those are just my expectations. So what makes me different? Well, I do have an undergraduate degree in French, and I can still speak it if I need to. I love all things French. Paris, I've been to France, and I think my students think that's incredibly fascinating. Our population at our school is about 60% Hispanic, so there's a lot of Spanish speakers, and then we're about 15% Marshallese. There's not French, and so when I tell my kids that I can speak French, they are completely fascinated because it's not a language that they are familiar with and used to. And so sometimes if I just need to get their attention, I can just throw out something in French and they just stop dead in their tracks because they are completely fascinated by it. One of the things our school does is offers what's called prime time, and different teachers can offer different kind of short-term classes that are fun and anything from like dodgeball to there's some neat science experience classes. And one of the things I think I'm going to do later this fall is offer a French class because I've had several kids that have asked me about it, shown interest in learning French. So that's one of the things I'm excited to get to do this year as well. So that's me. My name is Rachel Wilson. I'm excited to get started and learn a lot more and get through the year and have this first year under my belt and start to just continue to grow as a teacher.